Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Word to Live By morning devotion. I want to thank you for all your prayers. The surgery went very well. A little update, the doctor feels they got all of the cancer. Won't know until February when they can run some more tests, but I'm confident that the good hand of the Lord is upon me, and your prayers are working too. So still doing a little bit of recovery here, and if you don't mind, I am going to still do a few more reruns, if you would, so that I don't have to get up at 5:30 in the morning to have these devotions out to you every single morning. And I'm sure that you'll understand that, and you'll have patience with me. All right, my dear friends, enjoy the Word to Live By. God bless. Well, good morning, my dear friends. Thank you for joining me today. Today is a very special day. Today is my birthday. That's right. I'm 45 years old. Boy, you look old for 45. Well, on May 12th, 1975, because of the faithfulness of a young lady by the name of Elaine Swatnicki, who would not give up on me, who had prayed and prayed and prayed, shared the Lord with me, even wanted to come over to my house and talk to me about the Lord. And I tried my hardest to get her to just get in the flesh. I said, sure, you can come over, but I'm watching TV. You can talk to me during commercials. True story. So she would come over, or she did come over, and she started talking to me about Jesus. And then, during the commercials. And then the TV program would come back on. I go, whoa, the program's on. She'd wait for another commercial and try and get in as much as she could. Whoa. Program's back on. I wasn't getting to her. And then what happened? I can get to her this way. The commercial came on. She started talking, oh, wait a minute, I like this commercial. Boy, I'll tell you what, I couldn't get to her. So the only reason that she stopped is I said, well, one of these days I'll come to church with you. And she would call. It was like there was concerts on Monday nights. And every Monday beforehand, she would call, and I said, I can't do it tonight, but I'll think about it next week. And then I promised her one time I would. And then she called, and I was so fed up with the world and everything that I just went back to my first love. I was doing commercial diving in the ocean. And our boat had sunk right there in the Embarcadero in San Diego. And so it was Monday, and somebody came in and knocked a plug off. There was a storm, and so we were doing some work on the engine, and there was a plug, and it was in the exhaust, and somebody either came in to steal stuff or on purpose knocked the plug out, and the boat sank. So she goes, are you going today? And I had promised her that I would. And I had something in my life that no matter what I didn't have, I would always have, and that would be my word, my promise. And if I gave my word, I held on to it, because that's what held me together as a man, a person, a man of my word. And so she called, are you going tonight like you promised? I said, no, our boat sank. And she goes, well, I don't care about your boat. I care about your soul. And I said, I don't care about my soul. I care about my boat. And so I walked away, and I can still see it right now. I turned and I looked on the mirror that was right there on the wall. And I heard this little voice say to me, you just gave away the only thing you had that you held on to that made you feel like a man, and that was your word. I heard that voice a little in my head, and I knew it wasn't me. And I looked and I realized if there was something that strong to pull me away from the only thing that I had, there had to be something that strong on the other side, and I wanted to find out what that was. So I made a commitment to myself that I would go the next Wednesday or the next Monday. Went down the next Monday. Didn't know anybody at the church. Had to drive about 40 minutes to get there. Stood outside waiting for them to come, and they were late, and they came and we went in. And I would have gone down, except it was like I thought next to her when the altar call was given that she had a megaphone. Lord, please let Pete go down, let Pete go down. And I just sank down in my seat. And so afterwards they asked me what I thought, and I said, I'll be back next week. The Road Home was playing the next week. Mustard Seed Faith played that first week. And they sang about Sidney the Pirate and change your sails to the Lord, and I love the ocean. It was just part of my life, still do. And so that really drew me, and Mike's message on Revelation really drew me. But because of that and my pride, I didn't go down. But that whole week I wrestled with it, and I realized that God was real, and I wanted him to be real in my life. And I still do. And he is. And then the following week, the music didn't touch me the way it was. The message didn't have the impact. I thought it would be lightning bolts going off, and it wasn't. And I sat there during the altar call, and I heard that small, still voice again. And that voice said to me, are you gonna rely upon emotions or upon the truth? Because I realized during that week the truth was that Jesus loved me, died on the cross for me, rose from the dead to prove it was real. I was one of the last ones to go down, and I'm glad I did 45 years ago today. God has been so good. A year and a half later, I was down here teaching a Bible study, and it grew into a church. And I have the privilege of sharing the gospel with you guys. I'm so blessed. You guys have a wonderful day. I love you. Let the light of God shine upon you. Go shine on somebody else. Don't give up on them. Go share your love with them. The love of Christ. Their lives will never be the same. God bless.